Okay, alright. Now I'd like to tell you about the export process. Basically, there are 8 steps you have to go through to export goods abroad. Let me tell you more details. In the first step, you have to find out your potential customers. There's a variety of resources I would like to recommend to you. The first one is searching on the B2B website as well as social network. The second one is buying data from the shipping lines, airlines, forwarders, or the customs. And the third one is asking your friends, your partners for the information. And after you have the buyer's contact, you send them the offer, the quotation and price list. And as long as the customers are interested in your products, they reply to you, and you and the buyer will move on the step number 2 together, negotiating. In this step, you and the buyer will discuss on terms and conditions with the customers. And in this step, the buyer could require you to send them a sample of product to check, or even they demand you to offer them a discount. So you have to consider carefully to make the right decision. Okay, and in the end of this step, you have to fix on terms and conditions. Thereafter, in the next step, you will sign the contract, the sales contract with the customers. And remember that the more detailed the contract is, the less risk you will take later. And although your deal is fixed, you don't prepare the goods immediately. You have to make sure to get proof of payment first. For example, if the terms of payment is letter of credit, you should make sure to get original letter of credit from the advising bank first before you going on the step number 5. In the 5th step, you will produce goods if you are the manufacturer. You will order or package goods if you are a trader. And except for export term, you could be also responsible for arranging customs declaration. You have to pay tax if any. You have to submit all necessary documents to the customs, and if the goods are subject to conditions, you have to do all procedures required. In other words, you have to make sure to get customs clearance. And after the goods are shipped on board, you will prepare shipping documents. This is the step number 6. In this step, you will send the shipping documents to the bank if the terms of payment is letter of credit or DB, and why? If terms of payment is telegraph fixed transfer or TT, you will transfer the shipping documents directly to the buyer. And moving on your favorite step, step number 7. I call it the favorite step because in this step you will receive the payment from the customers, but it doesn't mean your responsibility is completed. You still have to track the status of goods delivered, as well as you should keep an eye on the customers to know whether they have any claims, they make any claims or not. And if there's no claims, we can say that it's a kind of successful transaction. Okay, now the last step number 8. In you will close the order and submit all documents to the sales and accounting department to use in the future if needed. And okay, so I've already described on no, not on 8 steps, 8 main steps in the exporter process. So thank you for listening.